monetary network. It's the most successful thing humanity has created. It is creating value and gaining market adoption faster than anything that we can point our finger at in the history of the human race. So
my heavy shit coins, no more Bitcoin, no more Bitcoin. Spent it all on Tron, I have weak hands though. Where's my Lambo? Where's my Lambo? And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The Ponzi's I've been buying are the worst that ever crashed. I find it hard to sell them, I find them hard to hold. I joined the Telegram to ask the question, tell me.
What's up, everybody? You already know the drill. We're gonna wait a few seconds, like a minute or two, make sure everybody is here and gets here on time, and we'll get started in a few seconds, all right? So let's just rock.
Where's my Lambo? Where's my Lambo? Where's my Lambo? Where's my Lambo?
Hey, hey, hey. You know what? I'm not fucking leaving. You know what? I'm not fucking leaving. The show goes on. This is my home. They're gonna need a fucking wrecking ball to take me out of here. They're gonna need to send in the National Guard a fucking SWAT team. I ain't going nowhere. That's a scam. Be connect. That's a scam. What am I gonna do?
All right, let's get this baby started.
What am I gonna do?
Give a little shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to Blueberry with a fat, heavy donation right at the beginning. $30, I think it was. Whatever it was. Thank you. Shout out to Amputee. Shout out to Mega Shredder. Shout out to Nivets. Shout out to who else we got out there? Anthony. Shout out to Mr. Lodak. Shout out to everybody out there. So what's up, guys? Hope you guys are ready for another rockin' show. We have an interesting topic to discuss today, and I hope you guys are enjoying the topics that we're actually talking about and discussing on this channel in the last few weeks, the last few months. We've been talking everything from the metaverse to actually I forgot what else we've been talking about.
Bruh.
But we've been talking about a bunch of things. In fact, I forgot. Let me see if I can remember. Let me go back to my own freaking channel, right, and see what we talked about already. But in today's episode, we're going to be talking about something a little bit different. In fact, a lot of times this topic that we're going to be discussing today a little bit in depth, you know, it's something that I would talk about more on like my Monday motivations or my, you get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, just basically the motivational type videos and stuff like that. But, you know, since we are switching it up, not just here, but all over the Jose ecosystem, because, you know, you already know it. I got multiple channels. I know a lot of you guys already know what's up there. But with that being said, you know, we, you know, same as these live streams. You know, these live streams, you know, they are just conversations in a sense. You know, conversations. A lot of times is conversation just me, myself, and I, right? but most of the time I interact with you guys and we have the conversation together and we talk about all kinds of things. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, you know, there's you know, the older video, you know, the videos that the topics that I've been discussing in the last few weeks have been things like, again, talking about the metaverse, you know, talking about the robot revolution, talking about internet censorship, you know, talking about the roaring 2020s, talking about all these things, you know, you know, some of you guys are interested in this stuff. Some of you guys are not. To me, you know what I mean? Like, I want to, again, continue. I want to get back on the path of discussing topics that I want to discuss. And this is one of them. In fact, it goes, you know, what I was about to say now, the feeling that I'm having now, the whole situation for even this live stream, you know, this topic is because of what it says in the title of the video. You know what I mean? The title of today's live stream, you know, which is, are you a rich person or are you a poor person? And so, you know, that can be measured in many ways. You know what I mean? The whole, you know, being a rich person can be measured, you know, through financial means. You know, that's the most traditional way. You know what I mean? How much money you got, how many assets you got, how much stuff you got. Or it can be, you know, actually measured in many other ways, you know. And so a lot of times, you know, you hear people, in fact, I wish I could play it, but I'm gonna get a copyright strike. But Bob Marley said this, you know what I mean? I remember one time that Bob Marley was getting interviewed by the BBC. This is like 1970, God knows when. And you know, he got interviewed by Bob, you know, but the BBC was interviewing Bob Marley, and they asked Bob Marley, they go to him, so Bob, you know, you sold a gazillion records, you're super popular, you're this, you're that, you're Bob freaking Marley. So do you consider yourself a rich man? Do you consider yourself rich? And Bob Marley says, rich in what? Rich in what? If you mean rich in life, then yeah, man, I'm rich in life. You know what I mean? But if you mean rich in things, then yeah, sure, whatever, I guess. You know what I mean? That's not my priority. My priority is life, one life, you know? And so shit like that, I don't know, I know I butchered the whole quote there, but that's, you know, the other thing. It's about, you know, are you rich? Is your life rich? Is your life fulfilling? Are you enjoying your life? Did you enjoy your life? That is a main thing, you know. That's why when you hear, look, for example, I'm sure you guys have heard the whole saying, that there's a saying out there that says, money cannot buy happiness. All right, and that's partially true, you know. That's partially true, but you know, there's a meme out there. There's another quote that says, you know, for those that say that money cannot buy happiness, they just are not shopping in the right place.
How dare you?
So, but to me, it's like, I mean, that's also partially true. And the reality is that, you know, again, going back to another quote, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street, in which he says, I have been a rich man and I have been a poor man and I choose rich every fucking time. All right. And that, you know, again, I myself have been a rich man and a poor man. All right. And I choose rich every fucking time, too. And again, it's not about rich. You know what I mean? Like, remember, money, as we've talked about on this channel many times, is just a tool. So if you know that it's just a tool, well, you know what I mean? Again, you only need a certain amount of that tool in order to bring you the happiness or help you bring that happiness that you truly want. But in reality, you don't need any money at all in order to be happy. You can be happy doing your own little thing, living your own little life, doing, that whole thing. All right. And so the whole idea of happiness is really something that you got to create, something that you have to make for yourself, something that has to come from within. And money, being the tool that it is, an amazing tool, money is basically, again, a tool that would help you achieve that happiness faster. So for example, you know what I mean? Like, I, like doing the YouTube stuff, you know what I mean? And I always, I realized once I really started doing this that I wanted to do this. I really wanted to do it. But the main problem I had was the money. Now, the situation with me was that I needed to work so much to make just enough money, not on the YouTube channel. I mean, work at fucking Chili's, work as Uber, just work a job. I needed to work so much just to pay my bills that I did not have any time left over for what I really loved. Whatever that was, at that time, it was making YouTube videos. And I decided that I was gonna do something crazy, like move to Mexico so that my tool, the money that I was getting could be stretched out further. I could live for less. Basically, I was already living in very horrible conditions in the US because it's so expensive. And don't get me started, I'm sure you guys know. That I said, well, I can't get any worse out here. You know what I mean? So I said, fuck it. I mean, at the end of the day, all I wanted to do was these videos and have my fun and enjoy my life. And I was like, well, I just need to find a cheaper box to live in. So that's why, one of the main reasons why I came out here. To me, the whole financial thing, again, money did not buy happiness. Money was just a tool. And in fact, when I took away a lot of these things that I didn't need, like a lot of these expensive bills that I did not need, so that I can concentrate more on what I wanted to do, all of a sudden, I was brought so much happiness. All right. And yes, it cost me money, but it cost me money in the sense that I was making less money. I had to survive with even less than what I was used to. But I was able to survive. I had, light at the end of the tunnel. I had hope. I had all this stuff, that basically made me realize and made me, again, realize for the umpteenth time that, happiness came from within. And that's why I do the things that I do, because and I've said it many times in my videos that I do these things for me. I'm feeding my soul, trying to make me happy. It's all about me. And by doing that, in turn, it seems to help a bunch of you guys by being me. All right. Even by me being nice, I'm nice. Look, I'm a nice guy. I'm also an asshole. I'm also a very, rough guy. I'm also how do I say this? I'm rough around the edges, man. A lot of people just don't like me and my attitude, but, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I know who I am. I know I'm a nice guy. I try to do nice things. But even that, just like I'm sure a lot of you guys have come across this, being too nice, giving yourself away too much, all of a sudden eats away at your happiness. So I'm a kind of guy, that I like to give. I like to provide. I like to do. I like to help people and all that stuff. It brings me happiness. It brings me joy. In fact, that's why this whole thing that I'm doing with the YouTube stuff and also getting to help out people and all that stuff, it brings me so much joy because, at the end of the day, it's something that I want to do. But what happens, when too much of a good thing turns eventually bad. And so, hold on a second. Let me close the door here. I got the gizmo. Sorry. We got Gizmo out there. Let's put a little music for a second. A little interruption there. Man, I think we can power. Oh, sorry. The volume was off. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, I'm dealing with a few extra. Oops! So sorry, guys. So sorry. Yeah, anyways. So yeah, guys, sorry about that. Yeah, so it was raining outside and like, oh shit, I forgot that I had my plants out there just getting a little sun, a little shade, little baby plants. And so I had to go rescue them. And so I was like, as I was rescuing them, I was like, I wanted to bring them to you because I wanted to show you because it's going to be part of my point, you know what I mean? Of my next point of the happiness, you know? So, uno segundo.
My mama called, seen you on Twitter. Son said shit done changed. Ever since your first song, I bought it all.
All right, we're back. Sorry about the interruptions, guys. I apologize. It's just one of those days. But anyways, so back to what I was saying. You know, it's all about happiness. Too much of a good thing can be bad, and we're gonna discuss that. You know, because I think that. A lot of you guys enjoy the channel so much because, you know, I talk to you guys about my personal experiences and tell you, you know, how I've dealt with things, how I lived through things, how I've, you know, whatever. And, you know, just because of my own personal experience, you know, that helps you guys a lot. You know, make it out to your personal experience as well and all that stuff. So, you know, the plants, yeah. So I'm just growing a bunch of plants, you know, just a bunch of mix of stuff. And yeah, you know what I mean? I'm getting into that now. I'm getting into growing stuff, you know what I mean? I'm getting back into the kitchen, getting back into the things that I love. Yeah, someone up there asked me, I forgot, someone says about me from, yeah, so I'm from Miami, and like he goes, oh, you don't seem like most people from Miami. He's like, yeah, that's why I don't live there anymore. That's why I left. I didn't fit in Miami. I didn't fit in anywhere. In fact, I don't fit in anywhere. That's why I'm just, leave me in my own little bubble, all right? Leave me alone, you know? That's why I've just doing my own little thing. Let me see. So anyways, all right. So what was I saying? Okay, so yeah, too much of a good thing. So, you know, this past year, I dedicated a lot of that year, you know, to the Mexico channel. So for anyone out there that doesn't know, I have multiple channels. You know what I mean? You're watching me on this channel down here, the second channel, all right? Right here where's the metaverse and the robots. Okay, you're watching me here. This is the Mexico channel, the travel channel, the one that I dedicated so much time to this past year. I got the cooking show, all right? All right, so we're going to be dedicating a lot of time to this next year. We're going to talk about that in a second. And then we got the podcast down here. We got to change the name of that. It's a Spaghetti News, all right? Spaghetti.
Bruh.
Anyways, it's a great podcast. We enjoy the podcast. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing it. And that's the point. What I really enjoy doing is having fun. All right, and I found something in which I can have fun and enjoy life and make money out of. Again, I don't need much. I just need a tiny little bit. All right, just to live out here in Mexico. That's the main reason why I came out here. But I want to dedicate more time to the podcast and to my cooking channel. But if I do that, then that means other channels are going to suffer. Now, this channel has suffered enough because this channel has already been censored to death, and this channel that you're watching me on is already shadow banned, and I can go on and on. So this channel basically is almost like dead, but I still do live streams from here, and I'm going to be doing live streams here at least once a week. I don't know if I'm going to still do Wednesday though, because I'm probably going to be cooking on Wednesday. So I'm still going to be live streaming on Wednesdays, but on the cooking channel. I'm going to be doing something on this channel, at the very least a video a week, most likely a live stream, something like this, okay? So we'll figure that out. But as for the Mexico channel, man, again, some of you guys out there watching this, you guys are some of the first to find out, but eventually people are all going to find out eventually, as the weeks and the month and the end of the year rolls through. But I'm kind of putting the Mexico stuff and the Mexico channel on the back burner because that's it. It's not fun anymore. It's not enjoyable anymore. It's actually becoming more of a hassle and a pain in the ass and becoming more of something that, I can't and don't want to deal with. Man, who's calling me now? Anyways, they can wait. Sorry. Anyways, you can wait, all right? You can wait a little bit. It's not that much of an emergency, I don't think. I hope not. But anyways, I digress. By the way, you guys want some I digress t-shirts? You guys can, you can come and check out the store. It's on the website, okay, right there, as you saw, the stores, t-shirts. And look, we got Cheems taking care of the store there for you guys. And look, I even got I digress t-shirts, okay, down below there. All right, so you're welcome. You're welcome. All right, for anyone out there that wants to not just help support the show, but you guys want your own t-shirt. And by the way, you gotta just find them. But I got women's, men's, every size. Figure it out. I know you guys. I believe in you. I know you guys can get it. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, man. At the end of the day, to me, I'm just trying to, the main reason I came out to Mexico was to, again, be left alone so that I can make my YouTube videos, so that I can live in my happiness, do my thing. And my God, it's brought me so much awesomeness, so much happiness, so much, so many things, so many positive things. And it was all because of, I just followed my heart, followed my intuition, my soul, and did everything I wanted to do, you know what I mean? And it worked out. And all of a sudden, this last year, and before that, but especially this last year, I dedicated most of the year, in fact, almost the whole year, to just making content for the Mexican channel. And at first it was cool, it was awesome, it was great, until it wasn't. And basically that's where we're at now, where I'm kind of just like done and over it, because I literally have a whole channel dedicated to teaching people how to fish. But only a small minority want to learn how to fish. Everyone just wants me to give them the fish. And I'm done. I'm done. So for anyone out there that wants to learn how to fish, they can still watch all the content on my channel. It's still relevant. It's going to be relevant for years. And I'll be making videos on the Mexico channel from time to time, probably live streams, answering questions, and giving updates on certain situations, yada yada yada. But that's it. And I'm only doing it because, again, that part of me that I still want to help, I still want to, you know what I mean? I still want to, provide a little value to those that need it. So that's why I'm going to be doing that. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be focusing, coming full circle, I'm focusing on what made me happy, what makes me happy. And in this case now, it's going back to basics. And in this case, it's going back to the cooking channel. And so that's the thing, the happiness comes from within. And sometimes it's hard for some of us out there to go after that happiness, to get that happiness, to really truly, attain that happiness, because we're afraid of other factors. We're afraid that if I go chase my happiness, I'm not going to have enough money to pay the rent. I'm not going to this, I'm not going to that. A lot of us, we exchange our happiness. We trade our happiness. We give away our happiness for security, for safety, for whatever. And again, that comes, look at what happened in this last year and a half with the whole situation worldwide, the whole the whole whatever situation with the virus and all that shit. How a lot of people, how most people, even today, are more than happy to trade away that happiness and live in fear, live in, how do I say this? Live under control, live unhappy, trade away their happiness in order for safety, for comfort that they're not getting. Okay, again, even Gizmo agrees. Gizmo's not happy. Trying to shut him up a little bit. I hope I muted myself there. I think I did. I was screaming pretty loud there. But I mean, you guys are getting it. You guys understand. The whole idea behind that whole, the happiness. You know what I mean? Like, and then there's many layers to this. There's a lot of layers to this. So I used to be, when I was a chef, I was a little bit, I was very happy. I was a good guy. I did good. I was doing my thing. But at the same time, I was not happy. You know what I mean? I was not a happy guy. I was not a happy person. So I had no control over being mean and angry and all this stuff all the time. And I didn't know why I was always so mean and so angry and such a piece of shit and all this other stuff. But then I realized it was because I was not happy. I was not happy with me. I was not happy with my life. I was not happy with the decisions I made. I was not happy with basically everything I had done to that point. And so in order for me to feel better, in order for me to be happy, I needed to cure those problems. I needed to get away from those problems. I needed to, I think that's like a neighbor's dog now, barking. I needed to find solutions to these problems, all right? And I did so. You know what I mean? I simply did so by, right now, I'm not happy that this dog's barking, so I gotta close the window once.
Ever since the first dip, they said it's tulip mania. Now they always say congratulations. Long so hard, avoided liquidation. They ain't ever have their hands or patience. We kept holding, never sold, and look, we made it. Yeah, we made it. They were never there, no. Yeah, now I'm jumping out the Lambo. Yeah, and my life moves slow-mo. Yeah, when I open Crypto Pro. Yeah, I'm a genius with the finance. Yeah, and I buy it all on Binance. Yeah, everybody wanna have it. Yeah, but they didn't buy it last year. Yeah, everyone wishing that they
so many interruptions today, guys. My God, Jesus. But anyways, but yeah, man, that whole, by the way, so it's not Gizmo barking. It's not his fault, all right? It's actually other dogs barking at God knows what. Gizmo was just joining along. He just wanted to be happy. You know what I mean? That's all. He wants to bark with the other happy dogs, I guess. Anyways, he doesn't know I'm doing a podcast. He's doing his own podcast, all right? With the neighborhood. With the neighborhood dogs. Yeah, Gizmo was just getting his headset ready, and he was doing the sound check for his podcast. But anyways, but yeah, at the end of the day, that happiness, has to come from within. And so a lot of people out there are very unhappy at the moment, and they don't know what to do, and they're lost, and they're whatever. But the reality is that everyone should know what to do. The reality is that that's why you got to look within. You got to ask these questions of yourself. Be honest with yourself and realize, you know, like again, like I did to myself. I ask these questions, you know, like I go, Jose, why are you so angry? Why is your life so miserable? And basically, I didn't like the jobs I was working. I wasn't making enough money. Things were very expensive. This is 10 years ago, and when I was in Miami. You know, I think I was burning out of my career. I had already lost everything during the 2008, 7, whatever, you know what I mean, financial crash. And I could go on and on. There was a lot of things. I wasn't happy with my weight. I used to weigh. I'm getting fat again, by the way. So this is all part of that. You know, I got to get back in shape. You know, not in round shape, but back in shape. And so I gotta get on. And so but back then, you know, it was just so many factors. I used to weigh almost, you know, I want to say almost 300 pounds, but it was more like 280 pounds. I used to, you know, live a very unhealthy lifestyle. I used to, you know, partake in a lot of drugs and a lot of heavy, hardcore lifestyle, living in Miami, being in my late 20s, and I could go on and on. And so there was just, you know, again, my job situation, I wasn't happy because, again, I wasn't the most exemplary chef at that point. You know what I mean? I was already strung out. I was already, you know, I wasn't at my finest. All right, that's all I got to say. And it's okay. I mean, it is what it is. But long story short, I knew that in order for me to be happy, all I needed to do was get my shit together. All right, and as soon as I got my shit together, I was gonna be happy again. And sure enough, it was a very difficult and uphill battle. Trust me. All right, it wasn't easy because I was battling many demons up here in the mines. I was battling my weight, the drugs, the lifestyle, and I could go on and on. You know, the world sucks. I hate the world. I hate, you know, the way, so many things, you know. Blame everything. I was the victim. Blame everybody. Blame everything. Blame the whole thing. Except for myself. Except that once I started taking responsibility for myself, once I stopped being a little bitch, once I stopped fucking, once I started, again, realizing that the only way I was going to feel better, get better, is if I did it myself. And I did. It was you know, it was a long process, but I did it. In fact, it's still going on right now. But that started 10 years ago. And, you know, it started by me moving out of the toxic world that I was living in, which at that time was Miami. So it's funny, again, out there, I forgot who said it. Someone was asking me, I don't seem like a Miami guy. Well, because I mean, I lived there. I was born and raised there, from the streets, the whole thing, but I never fit in. I was in the hood, dressed exactly the same way as I'm dressed right now. And I had plenty of friends. And my personality is what allowed me to, you know, survive out there. But I did not fit in. 1,000,000% I did not fit in. 1,000,000% it was, I didn't know that until I left. You know, I always felt it. But I realized, how can I not fit in? I could not be any more Miami. But I realized it was more about other things like attitude. And you know, anyone that's been out there and knows the area. But anyways, I don't want to get into that. I left and I went to the complete polar opposite. And I went to Seattle. And I started, you know, again, I was a chef my whole life. So I figured, okay, well, you know, one of the main things that is making me not happy at the moment is, you know, by that time by the time I moved to Seattle, I already lost some weight. I was already feeling a little better. I was already getting some of my shit together to the point where I said, fuck it. I'm getting rid of everything. I didn't have much anyway. I lost it all. I sold what I had, put all that money in my pocket and moved to Seattle and started from scratch. Again, you know, that's it. Fuck it. And because I was already starting from scratch, and I said, fuck it, why start from scratch in the same city, in the same shithole that I don't want to be in, when I can start from scratch somewhere completely different, somewhere that to me seemed like the promised land at the time. And I said, fuck it, let me just go out there. And I went to Seattle, and it was one of the best decisions. It was the best decision I ever made. The best decision I ever made was leaving Miami to begin with. And I've been making a bunch of awesome decisions since then. Some shitty ones too, but a bunch of awesome decisions since then, which has allowed me to be to where I'm at now. But it started by leaving Miami. That was the main one. When I left there, when I fucking left Miami and I went to Seattle and I got to see everything, the complete polar opposite, it was such an eye-opener. Because, by the way, I'm not fucking saying Seattle was awesome. It was awesome when I first got there. It was awesome for the time being. But then I realized, oh shit, yeah, Miami sucks. But damn, thank God I'm from Miami. Thank God I come from thank God I was raised, in that shithole. Because now I come to Seattle and I'm, just running game in the city. But it wasn't even about that. It was about the fact that I went up there and I said, okay, well, I'm going to do my chef thing up here and see how that goes. It should go awesome. It should go amazing. And it kind of didn't. And the reality is that I went up there and I was kicking everybody's ass. But that's the problem. I was kicking everybody's ass. In Miami, kicking ass was actually a good thing. New York, East Coast, you being a badass, kick-ass fucking guy, that's fucking amazing. It wasn't amazing in Seattle. All of a sudden, I had an attitude problem because I was better than everybody else. I worked harder than everybody else. I was showing people up. What do you mean? We're all a team. We're all a crew. I'm here to help everybody. If they sink, I sink. We all sink. So he can't sink. So I got to help him. And that's how I was raised in the kitchen. And all of a sudden I went to Seattle and that was a problem. If somebody's sinking, they got to sink. You can't help them. And sure, we're all going to sink, but so be it. It's like, what the fuck kind of mentality is that? But anyways, don't get me started. Okay, so that didn't work out. And eventually I said, well, fuck it. You know what I mean? I can just start my own little business. I did, and everything went great. And ever since then, I was able to, educate myself correctly on how the rich make money, how the rich keep money, how to, again, all these things that we were never taught. And I said, I gotta, again, if I want to be the person that I want to be, because again, going back to when I was disgusted with myself, the reason I was so angry, depressed, unhappy, everything, is because I couldn't even look at myself in the fucking mirror. I was not proud of who I became, of who I was. So I knew who I wanted to be. By the way, you're looking at him. It's a fucking guy with a horse, anyway. Anyways.
Bruh.
But anyways, what I'm saying is that I'm proud of who I am now. I'm proud of what I've done. I'm proud of what I do. I'm proud of a lot of the things, that I am. And it took a lot of work to get here. And that's the thing. I already knew what I wanted. And I knew that in order to get there, it was going to be a lot of motherfucking work. A lot of effort. A lot that I had to do. And for me, coming from a very difficult life, even a lifestyle and difficult everything, I was like looking at that huge mountain to climb. And I was like, let's do it. Most people scared to death. But once I figured out all I got to do is climb that mountain, I already knew what I had to do. Oh man, the rest was easy. Again, it was hard. Don't get me wrong, but it was easy. So I did it. I did the work. I kept doing it and doing it. So when I was already at the point in Seattle where I already stopped working for the kitchens and I started doing my own business and I had a lot of extra time in order to dedicate to me, well, that's when I started really, again, trying to fix the problems up here that everybody has and everybody has to deal with. And if you don't deal with it, you're going to, not be a very happy person. If you do deal with them, then you'll be happy. So I dealt with that shit. I was already fixing that problem, but I was dealing with that, fixing that, again, educating myself, trying to find what I loved outside of the kitchen. I did a million things. Eventually, I was helping out a friend film a film project. And I got the camera again in my hand because I used to be with the cameras back when I was a kid. My dad used to do wedding videos, like the wedding singer. My cousins were photographers. So I've been around that my whole life, same as the kitchens. So when all of a sudden my friend asked me for help one day, I helped him with the camera, and he helped him with this little thing that he needed to do, and I was like just like a kid back on a bicycle, like I took to it like that. He was trying to teach me shit. I'm like, bro, this is how you do it. You know what I mean? And he was like, oh wow, you know this. I'm like, yeah. And I couldn't even. It was so crazy that I still remembered so many things from my childhood. But long story short, I felt like a kid again, and I realized, oh my god, okay, wait a minute, I'm gonna explore this, and I just started. I bought a camera, I bought equipment, I did that, and I started doing vlogs, and then that's when I started figuring it out. Oh, okay, I like this. I like doing this. I like talking to people. I like being on camera. I like this. It's fun. It's fun. But at that point, I was already done with the kitchens. I was already burnt out. I didn't want to cook ever again. And, long story short, you know what I mean? I went through a lot of stuff, in the process. I was, I gained a lot of money, a lot of everything. I lost it all. It's a whole story. I'm not going to get into that. I found myself, lost myself, found myself, lost myself. But long story short, here I am, found, I think, as far as I can tell. But the point is that during that time, it was all education, whether it was the school of hard knocks or actual reading of books, actual learning, like getting in there and trying to figure out, all the secrets of the rich, not how to get rich quick. No. Again, you guys can follow my story. I came out here with nothing, and here I am with a little something, all right? And it's just things like that. Just because, again, it's all out there. It's just you got to go and learn. You got to unlearn and you got to relearn. And a lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people don't want to exercise and put in that work. A lot of people don't want to eat right. A lot of people don't want to, ask themselves the real questions. A lot of people don't want to do these things because they're just fucking lazy. That's it. And they would rather sit there, play their fucking violin until the end of time, being the victim, than actually do something about it, than actually make their life better, than actually improve upon their life, would actually become happy. So I don't rely on anybody to be happy. I don't rely on any of you. I don't rely on anything to be happy, because again, if all this goes away, if all this goes away, I'll probably be happier, okay, than what I am now. Because again, like I was showing you my plans earlier, I'm showing you all these other things that I'm kind of doing, some of you guys know. And so, at the end of the day, what I did is that, like, I just said, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna, I am going to, I'm gonna do what makes me happy at all costs. And I know that all the happiness really comes from within. It all comes, that you gotta find, you gotta create it, you gotta make it, you gotta this. Now, once you get things like, let's say, money, because, again, I got a few bucks now. I'm not rich. I'm fucking poor as fuck, but I got a few bucks. But that money in Mexico, in the U.S., I'm poor. I'm still poor. Very poor. But here, that few bucks allows me to focus on things like making these videos, focus on helping my wife with her art stuff, focus on, cooking, focusing on me, focusing on life, focusing on enjoying every last drop out of this life, or really enjoying it as much as possible, and doing the things that bring happiness to me, to others, to whatever. And I'm in my sweet spot. I am a very happy guy. And recently, I was not very happy, because I was, like I was saying, when I was talking about my earlier, what I was doing this last year, doing all the videos on Mexico and all the Mexico content, it was all great at first until it wasn't. And what happened? Well, it was just too much. Too many people now reaching out to me over the dumbest shit. So many people out there reaching out to me to just go have a beer. I'm like, bro, I can have my own fucking beer. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know you. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, it's like, and so many things like that. And again, combating other content on YouTube from other Mexico YouTubers, talking about, immigration or this or that. And I'm like, bro, I am done. I'm so fucking done. I'm not trying to convince anybody. The reason I was doing the Mexico channel to begin with, it was only to share my experience with you. And by sharing my experience, you guys gave me the one thing that I wanted, views. I got those views. I was happy. It was a great thing. I just got a few views. You guys were happy. I helped you. You helped me. We helped each other. But now it's a whole fucking thing. You know what I mean? Now it's just this whole thing where, again, everybody just wants all this work to be done for them. Everybody just wants to fucking do it, have it done for free. Everybody has all these expectations. All of these people all they do is complain. All they do, it's like, no, man, I'm not, that's not what I signed up for. I came to Mexico to be left the fuck alone and do my own little fucking thing. That's it. That's it. Not be a babysitter. And all of a sudden now, this whole thing that I started doing has turned into that. And it's not making me very happy. Like I said, I don't mind helping a friend out there that needs a vet. I don't mind. By the way, shout out to you. I don't mind helping out someone that needs a little something. I don't mind helping people that I know and that are friendly towards me. And we're actually friends, and they give me something back in return as I give them. Whether sometimes it's just a simple, like, nice hello, how do you do, or whatever it is, or some conversation about something that is not asking me and asking me and asking me and asking me. And it's not even about that. It's just, like I said, it's just so much. And to me, it's like, okay, I'm done. I'm done with that. You know what I mean? I want to do my happiness. So most people don't know how to pull away from something like this because it's something that is bringing them money, bringing them opportunity, bringing them all these comforts, in a sense. And that's what I was dealing with this past year, where I didn't want to completely let it go because, sure, as I was getting more harassed in many senses, by the way, stalkers, you name it, at the same time I was getting a few bucks. So I was all right, whatever. But then I realized, is this money worth it? Is this money worth my happiness? And it was a short no. Fuck no. Fuck no. So then that's when I said, okay, we're done here. And that's it. And that's kind of like where I'm at with that channel and that content, because it's not bringing me joy. All it's at this point anymore, all it's doing is bringing me headaches, problems, you know, and I can go on. Everything that's negative and not something that is enjoyable to me. So I said, okay, fuck it. You know what I mean? What I'm going to start doing is get back to the things that I was doing that was bringing me a lot of joy, like the cooking channel. We're going to go back to that. We're going to do the live cooking, where I get to spend most of my day cooking, whatever, just for the fuck of it. And that was fun. And I enjoyed that. Same as the podcast. Just talking about whatever for a few hours with my friend. Having fun. Enjoying life. You know what I mean? That's it. I mean, you know, that's what this, I started doing this. That's why I started doing all this to begin with. For that. And I've already learned how to monetize. I've already learned so many things. Again, you want to buy a t-shirt, you can go buy a t-shirt. You know, there's a bunch of things you can do. You know, there's a million things as how I can monetize it. And again, I'm in Mexico. I don't need much. So with all that being said, that's why I'm going to now take a step back so I can take 2, 3, 4, 5 steps forward. Okay? At the end of the day, I'm a chef. At the end of the day, I like the video stuff. I like to talk. So that's the route I'm going. And that's, I suggest, so with all this that I'm saying, all I'm saying to you guys is that you got to find your way. If you are bad, a bad person, you are not happy with yourself, you do a lot of bad things, you make people suffer without wanting to, just because you're angry, you're mean, you're not happy, you're whatever. And so in turn, by you being that way, you literally make other people suffer, and you don't like that about yourself and you want to change that. All you got to do is be honest with yourself. All you got to do is, again, ask these questions, you know, how you personally can get to be the person you want to be. And that's it. You know what I mean? I am the person I want to be. I'm still want to be even more of a better, greater person. But in order to do that, I got to keep putting in that work. And so right now, you know what I mean? When somebody asks me questions and I'm being a little, upset, or I don't want to make the Mexico videos anymore because I'm done talking about the weather for the 38th time, or I'm done, with certain things like that, and I'm getting angry, I'm getting bothered, I'm getting, all that shit. Well, I know what I got to do. I got to remove myself from that, because otherwise, other people suffer. Why is it somebody's fault that they ask me a question, a very valid question, but I'm annoyed and I'm bothered because I'm so burnt out by all that I answer in a bad way and give them a sour taste in their mouth for no reason at all, only because I don't got my shit straight. And so in order for me to get my shit straight, I know what I gotta do. I gotta get away from that toxic relationship that is that. And that way, as they eventually, they're going to always trickle in, meeting people, asking me and talking to me about everything. And by the way, I'm mostly talking about strangers that I don't know. I'm not talking about people that I do know. That's a different story. People that I do know, don't worry about it. It's all good. But people that I don't know, that's a problem. So, and I know that it's all my fault because I've left that door open. I opened that door. I allowed that. But now I know what I need to do. I need to close that door. And a lot of people are they're not only not willing to do it, but they don't have the ability to do it. They don't know how to do it. So I know how to do it. I know it's hard. I know it sucks. But it's something that I knew that I was going to probably have to do if I did what I did, which is, again, dedicate so much time to that channel and that content that I didn't want to do to begin with, to tell you the truth, And so that's why I all of a sudden I decided, like, okay, that's it. I got to remove myself from that because it's not, it's not beneficial to me. It's not something I really want to do anyway. And I would much rather do these other things and literally put all my energy into the things that I want to do, like making videos like this, like doing the cooking videos, like doing my podcast, like maybe doing a live stream on the Mexico channel, answering questions and all that good stuff. So, I hope that what I was saying, made some sense to you guys out there, and that some of you guys, are already doing something similar, have done something similar, or are going to do something similar. Because, for those of you that haven't done anything like this yet, which is, again, do that work in order to get to that point that you want to be and be the person that you want to be and be happy and proud of. Then you got to start doing it. You got to start doing it. And most people that haven't done it, that need to do it, are not going to be sitting here for an hour listening to me talk about this shit. Okay? I think most people out there, they know whether they've done it or not. They know what they got to do. But if you're still in that point in your life where you're not willing to hear anything or take on any solutions, you're not there yet. Again, you have to be willing to be open enough to hear these things in order to wanting to, you got to want it. If you don't want it bad enough, you're not going to get it. It's as simple as that. So, all right, let me read some comments. I feel like there's some comments. All right, so real quick, I did a poll on the YouTube channel. So anyone's watching from YouTube right now, if you guys want to, take the poll, great. If you don't, great. But anyways, it says, have you been good or have you been naughty? Let's see where we're at with that. Have you been good or have you been naughty? It says we have 58% good and 42% naughty. All right. Let's read a... All right, one second. All right, so what we're gonna do now is where are we at now? Okay. All right, so yeah, the comments. Sorry, forgot. Just dealing with so many things. So again, this is what I don't want to be dealing with. I don't want to be. I'm not a secretary. I'm not a whatever. Dealing with so many people's problems and fucking babysitting and shit like that. I'm done with that. I'm done. In fact, that's why I stopped being a chef and stopped running restaurants, because a lot of people still ask me, hey, how come you're not doing restaurants anymore? How come you don't want to open a restaurant? Because it wasn't about the cooking. If it was just me cooking, doing nothing, just cooking and running a restaurant like that, that's great. I'll do that. In fact, I'm going to do that now for free, literally, and film myself doing that. So if it was just that, I'd be happy. But it's not just that. The whole thing is the fact that, it's mostly babysitting. That's a glorified babysitter. And I'm gotta be constantly and then managing so many people, emotions, and all that crap. And it's like, no, man, nah. I'm fucking done. I'm good. So now that all that has come and landed on my lap again, I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm done. I'm not a babysitter. I'm not a fucking therapist. I'm not any of that shit, all right? I'm just a guy on YouTube with a plastic horse. By the way, that's why Lambo is making a comeback with the vengeance, because I gotta keep reminding people, I'm a guy that talks to a plastic horse. Hi, bro. How's it going? How's it going? These people are fucking crazy. You're telling me. So anyways. All right, let's get back into it. Let's read some comments. All right, so Mr. Planet, whatever, says, I'm rich beyond my wildest dreams. Awesome. So am I. We're all rich, right? Rich in life, like I was saying. Josiah says, hola. Ever since living a month and a half in Sinaloa, feeling like I got to follow. Okay. Yes, just do it. Anthony, sounds like you are tired of feeling. Okay, I think I should read from the top here, right? Anyways, all right. Seems like a lot of people are just talking their thing. All right. All right, so just people having conversations in the chat. All right, whatever. All right, nothing, no real comments or anything really bad. But anyways, all right. But yeah, guys, you know what I mean? That's basically, we're gonna, we'll talk about a little more on this subject, but, so the whole thing is that, like, again, it's very easy to be mean. It's very easy to be a bad person. It's very easy to be a shitty person. It's hard to be good. It's hard to do the right thing. It's hard to do, shit like that. That's the thing. And so even in this case, it's hard for me to, again, give up, making so much content for that channel, giving up that income stream, giving up that whole Mexico stuff. But at the same time, it's actually easy. Just stop, But the hard part, it comes from that disconnecting from that, and then starting from scratch, doing something else. And that's why a lot of people that are in a similar situation, whether it's a shitty job or whatever, they never let shitty job, shitty relationship, whatever it is, shitty, they don't leave, because the whole idea of leaving, all right, and then having to restart all over again, just so that it could probably end up the same, most people just say, fuck it, I'll just stay here. I'll just stay doing this. I'll just stay whatever. You know what I mean? And they don't take that leap. They don't take that leap of faith. They don't have faith in themselves. They don't take that jump. They don't do any of that. So for me, I've done it many times. I've succeeded. I've failed. It's to me, it's all about the journey. It's all about the creation. It's all about the doing over anything else. And as I continue doing these things, and at least for me personally, I'm constantly growing, whether it's growing my audience, growing my skills, growing my desire, my wants, my everything, just getting better at this, and not just making the content, but getting better at life, getting better, being a better human, trying to be a better human as much as I can, because that's the challenge. The challenge is trying to be the best person humanly possible. And that's the thing. That's why I've had to disconnect from so many people hitting me up, because it's already to the point where it's so many people and I don't want to deal with it, and I'm going to end up being the fucking asshole. So I need to figure out hold on. I need to figure out a solution to that before it gets worse. Uno segundo, por favor.
They were too scared just to buy at the bottom. I was on BitMEX 100x long, and yeah. You got BTC and then put your pledges to the sky. How can I make sense? I got Satoshis on my mind. Yeah, they call me crazy when I told them they should try. Now my family's in my inbox asking how to buy. My mama called, seen you on Twitter. Son said shit done changed. Ever since your first song, I bought it all. Ever since the first dip, they said it's Tulipania. Now they always say congratulations.
Happy birthday. It's your birthday.
Ah, man, sorry, I was forgot to say anything. But anyways, I love that Russian hard bass is what I was saying, but I can't play the Russian hard bass. I don't know. Hopefully, it doesn't trigger the algorithm and I don't get in trouble. Hopefully, a little snippet stays. But yeah, Kristen says hi. She's on her way to do some art stuff. She's in and out. She's doing a lot of work. But yeah, man, you know, that's the thing. You know, we're very freaking happy, man, and so we need to maintain that happiness, you know, because we are happy in our own little world. You know, we're both artists doing our own art, crazy stuff, and we're happy. We're happy. You get what I'm saying? We're happy living our own little lives, and we want to maintain that. And if you know, if unfortunately what suffers is me making new friends and new people, or even, you know, just, you know, whatever, you know, it is what it is. You know, to me, it's like it's all about, like, for example, there's a lot of people out there that want me to go out and hang out with them. And I'll hang out with them when I got the time, when I want to go hang out with them, because otherwise I'm doing a disservice to them too, because, well, if I am forcing myself to hang out when I don't want to hang out because I would rather be working or helping Christian or doing this or doing that or a million other things, then why am I going to go? You get what I'm saying? So that's why when I have to, you know, say no to a lot of people, you know, it gets to the point where now they start feeling a certain way. So that's why, again, I just got to eliminate all that from the equation. So they're not even asking me. And when they do ask me, again, you know what I mean? It's a lot easier to say no when it's only a few coming in as opposed to a lot coming in. And, you know, it's a complicated issue. But again, it's all about finding your happiness and knowing what, you know, you got to do for you in order to reach that point, you know, where you're going to be happy. And once you're happy, then everyone around you will also be happy, because it's very infectious. Just like if you're mean, if you're angry, if you're upset, if you're unhappy, well, all that is also a cloud of toxicity that hits everybody else. Just the same thing. So Josiah says, that's insane. I feel like I could do a YouTube channel as well. I already moved states, but you can do it. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do a YouTube channel. Anyone can do these things. Do it. Do it. Just do it. You know, like, what's his face, you know? Hold on, let me get him for you guys. Hold on. No, hold on. Here.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
I love it. I love it.
Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there.
That's right. That's right.
No, what are you waiting for? Do it!
Just grab that thing.
Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it!
All right? That's for Josiah and anyone else out there that needs it.
Stop giving up.
So anyways, so yeah, it's funny. Mega Shredder says, bro, I don't want to do YouTube based on the problems you're having with it. Yes, so that's another thing too, man. You know, as I've been doing YouTube, it has come with a new set of problems that I never thought I would be dealing with, because it's a different kind of fame. It's not the same. It's very different. A weird kind of fame. But the thing is, it's like that. I realize that that's going to be part of what I do. So I need to mitigate. I need to see if I can, again, as difficult and almost impossible as this might seem, try to control the kind of fans that I have. You know what I mean? So if I do, anyways, by doing the content that I want, which is like, let's say, like the cooking and all that shit, most of my fans are going to be talking about tomatoes, you know, the best tomatoes to use in the tomato sauce, or, you know, if you should use bell peppers or not in this dish, or if this or that, or if, you know, bay leaves, you know, you should put three bay leaves or one bay leaf. You know, I would rather kind of be talking about that than about all the other crap that is now raining upon me. You feel me? Like, come on, man. You know, get out of here. You know what I mean? You know, so it's like I'm not that guy. You know what I mean? I'm not here. I'm a nice guy and I'm a fun guy and I tell it like it is and I'm all that shit and I'm always gonna be that. I'm always gonna be that. But again, I'm not a babysitter. I'm not any of that. You know what I mean? And so to me, it's like I'm already like, bro, I'm done. You know what I mean? It's bringing me so many more headaches. You know what it is? That I got fucking morons that show up to my door because they want to just say hi and spend some time with me. I'm like, so by the way, I gotta chase them. You know what I mean? Out. You know what I mean? I got Gizmo. I got things. Those motherfuckers pay the price. Thank God I'm in Mexico and I can legally do what I do. But listen, man, I don't fuck around. You know what I mean? I'm a nice guy. I'm a fun guy. I'm a whatever. It's like, come on. You know what I mean? So it's just like, again, happiness, my state of mind, my whatever. You know what I mean? My meditation. Oh, my peace. You know, my whatever. Not just me, the family, the whole thing. You get what I'm saying? That is what's most important to me. And if other people can benefit from it, which they do and they will, then great. But that's it. I'm not out here, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm not out here trying to sell anything except, you know, my fun self, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, you know, who I am. I'm not trying to sell living out here. I'm not trying to sell a fucking pasta sauce. I'm not doing any of that shit, all right? I just enjoy what I do. And that's the thing. You know what I mean? It's just keeping it simple. Going back to that. Happiness. Keeping it simple. KISS. You ever heard that? Keep it simple, stupid. All right? So keeping it simple. You got to keep it as simple as possible. But we humans, we have a tendency to overcomplicate ourselves. We have a tendency to make things worse on ourselves, to make things more difficult, to make things more complicated. It's like, why? And by the way, me included, everybody's included. This is a human nature. That's the thing that makes us dumb. You know what I mean? How we overcomplicate. You know, we have something great, simple, awesome, amazing, and then we fuck it up. The hell, man? You know what I mean? Like, what that? Why are we like that? But we do that. So, you know what I mean? That's the thing. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, it's, you know, I forgot what I was saying with that. I forgot what was the last thing I said. But anyways, I forgot. What was I saying? Damn it, I lost my train of thought. The fuck? Let me see if I can fuck it up. Oh, yeah. The hell, man? Yeah, I fucked it up. So I had to listen to my fuck up so I can unfuck it up. So anyways, yeah, man, you know what I mean? There's no reason to overcomplicate things. So it's the same here, man. It is the same thing with me. You know what I mean? Like right now, you know what I mean? I have overcomplicated things, you know. I am who I am, you know, I get it. But now it's time to get back to simple, get back to getting back to work, get back to, you know, a certain thing that I know is a certain routine, a certain lifestyle that is going to definitely bring me happiness. And by doing that, it will in turn bring everybody else around me happiness. But I got to get on it. I got to do it. And so, you know, it's the same thing with you guys. You know what I mean? It's the same freaking thing. You know, what constitutes a rich or a poor person is how you choose to deal with life. You know, I consider myself a rich person. In fact, so rich that I have to make YouTube channels. You know, I have to, you know, not just one YouTube channel, but multiple YouTube channels so that I can spread my richness to others. All right, that's how rich I am. But I'm not rich in money. I'm not rich in fact, my wallet is literally empty right now. It's not that. It's all because, you know, I'm rich in life. Like Bob Marley said, rich in life. All right, and that's the thing. You know what I mean? The idea is, you know what I mean, that you got to learn how to, you know, be rich in life, be rich, you know what I mean, and enjoy, you know, you got to fix this up here. You know, you got to be a happy person, but you are the only one that can control that. And by the way, I know that it's not easy. I know some of us have problems that go a little bit beyond just going out there and doing the work, you know what I mean, or going out there and getting, doing some exercise. You might need a little bit more professional help. But the point is, you got to do it. Whatever it is, you got to do. All right? So, all right, let me see. You got some comments here. Let me see. Let me see. All right, awesome. Thank you. It was in Spanish, you know what I mean? Like, just wanted to read it Yeah, I've made the mistake before. Sometimes I'll read a comment out loud and then realize, oh, I shouldn't have read that out loud. So, anyways, thank you. Thank you, el construye. Thank you for the kind words in Spanish. All right. But yeah, man, you know what I mean? It's to me, it's all about happiness, man. You know what I mean? And so that's the thing. You know what I mean? I know that I'm gonna have fans. I know I'm gonna have people hit me up. I know I'm gonna have all that, but it's all about mitigating that, you know, to as much as possible. Same as, again, with whatever you're dealing with. You know, you gotta, some things you cannot avoid, and you gotta like figure out how you're gonna deal with them, how you're gonna move forward. You know, like, unfortunately, this is part of the path that I'm going on. For me, it's okay. I've been at the top multiple times, so I know it's lonely at the top. And after being down with the people multiple times, I get it. I like the top. The top is good, you know? It's a good view up there. Nice and quiet. Nobody bothers you, you know? It's nice, you know? I like it. So that's why I do what I do. And it's up to you what you want to do. And there's no poo-pooing on whatever you want to do and what makes you happy, but it's all about that. You got to be honest with yourself 1,000%. If you're not honest with yourself, you're never going to be happy. And when you see people out there in everyday life that are miserable, you know, whether you call them Karens, whether you call them whatever they're called out there, you know what I mean? Miserable people that are unhappy, that are always, you know, angry, that are trying to make other people's lives miserable, that they only get happiness by making somebody else unhappy or miserable. When you see those people, it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with anything. Those people are literally miserable. Those people that are evil, horrible humans are the people that are suffering the most. As hard and as difficult as that might seem to understand, the people doing the most damage out there are the ones that are the most damaged. All right. And so, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I wasn't damaged and I didn't cause damage and I wasn't, you know what I mean, like I was not an exemplary human my whole life. But at the end of the day, I know that most of my life I was a good person. You know what I mean? I've always been trying to be a good person. And when I did fuck up and I did bad things, it was all because I wasn't in my, you know, I wasn't right. I wasn't happy. I wasn't sad. I wasn't, you know, all these things, you know what I mean, that all come from within. And I knew that once I got that right, everything else got right. So it's the same thing for you guys. Whenever you come across anyone in life that is mean, treats you like shit, treats others like shit, is always in a bad mood, doesn't know how to handle people, listen, man, that unfortunately is a problem that they have as individuals and they need to fix, and you cannot fix it for them. If they are a friend or a family member and they come to you for help, then yeah, of course, you lead them to water. You lead the horse to water. You teach them to fish. You show them the way. But they need to do the work. You cannot do it for them. All right? And that's the thing. You know what I mean? That's the thing there. You know, a lot of people, most people don't want to do any work, don't want to do anything. And in the society that we're living in today, in which more and more is done by corporations and governments and other entities for you, for the person, then the less they want to do. And that's the problem. That's why you're seeing so many problems out there as well, all over the place, because there's so many people out there that are miserable. They have no meaning to their life. They have no goals. They got nothing. They have absolutely nothing to look forward to, nothing, whatever. And they're beyond miserable. And it's because of all that. Because all of a sudden, you know, they can't function as a human anymore. They have no idea how to be human because all that has been taken away from them. You know, all these, you know, basic skills of survival, basic skills of communication. So, for example, back in my day, if you disrespected somebody, you were probably going to get knocked in the face, you know, like punched, you know, like really knocked the fuck out. Nowadays, you disrespect people left and right, and you get what I'm saying? Like, nothing, there's no repercussions. In fact, if you try to defend yourself and you say the wrong thing, you're probably going to be the one that's going to end up in jail for saying the wrong thing. So again, there's another reason why I love living in Mexico. Where out here, someone disrespects me, they're going to get slapped, open face, all right, like this, look, like that, you know, bah! So it hurts even more. Trust me, if you're going to do a bitch slap, if you're really going to do a bitch slap, you got to make sure your palm is as wide as possible, so that way it's the most impact. Just for all you old fucks out there, you guys remember when you used to go to detention and they used to have the paddle with the holes in it? Exactly, and that's the one that hurt the most. You got it. This is the bitch slap right here, right? Like, right? Okay, like you got to. If you can knock a motherfucker out with a slap, that's it, bro. You're on the next level. But again, now these days with all the weak men and all the weak motherfuckers out there, almost anybody can get knocked out by a bitch slap. But anyways, I digress. Forgot what the fuck I was saying. But yeah, man, you know what I mean? Like, you know, that's like the major problem with society today. You know, the fact that unfortunately, you know, everyone is shown and taught or given the ability, you know, or given these tools, all these tools out there to live this cushy life, and they never get to learn how to actually deal with life. In fact, they are encouraged to not deal with life, but instead to mask it with either, you know, drugs that you get on the street or drugs that you get from your pharmacist, whichever you can afford. All right, or drown yourself in watching Nicki Minaj videos, or well, I don't mean to be picking on her, but you know what I mean. You know, but watching fucking bullshit on the boob tube, right, or whatever it is. And so that's the thing, you know what I mean? Like it's up to you. It's up to you whether you're gonna turn off all this toxicity or not. It's up to you whether you're gonna do that work or not. It's up to you. You know, a lot of people they still reach out to me like, oh my God, did you hear this? You know, insert fear-mongering article here. Did you hear this, and that? Oh my God, they're gonna do this. Oh my God, they're gonna do that. And I'm like, see, look, I don't care, because I live in an area, in a place of the world that the government and all these things don't function. So when I hear these things that are happening to the rest of the world, I got no problems. I got nothing to worry about, at least here. That's why I put myself here and I stay here, because it's not gonna be a problem, you know, as opposed to other places, you know what I mean, where things are going to be a problem. All right, man, I think I got to get going. I'm starting to get a bunch of phone calls and people hitting me up and all that stuff. By the way, shout out to, you know, everyone out there. Shout out for all the donations. You know, thanks again. You know, by the way, I got a couple minutes, sorry. But, you know, shout out to Blueberry out there, you know, for the donation, you know, the $30 US. Thank you for somebody sent some PayPal. Thank you as well. Shout out to you, Mr. Brad. Thank you very much. Let me see. Awesome. Okay. Shout out to all you guys. But yeah, man, you know, at the end of the day, it's about finding you. Only you can find your happiness. Only you know where that is. Only you know how to get it, and you got to do that work. And it's very difficult. It's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. In fact, everyone thinks that all these other solutions, these pills. Hold on a second. Okay. Sorry. All right. No worries. All right. Okay. I got the message. Anyways, but basically, in order to really have happiness that lasts, in order for you to have happiness that's gonna, you know, literally stand the test of time, you need to do that work, that hard work, build those foundations, you know, do whatever it is you got to do to not just build that happiness, but make sure that happiness can stay and you can feed it, you can help it flourish, you can help it grow. As opposed to what a lot of people these days do, where they try to find happiness by making more money, you know, quote, you know, doing little quote marks in the air, making more money, buying more stuff, doing more drugs, you know, doing all of these things, you know what I mean? Being promiscuous, you know, whatever it is. Doing all of these things that, you know, sell you happiness, right? The whole, you know, give you the whole idea, the feeling of happiness, but they actually don't. and they actually, you know, they eat at your happiness, and they make you more miserable and more miserable, and they make you even addicted. You know, again, it gets to the point where, you know, you need that drug, whatever it is, to make you happy. You need that thing, that whatever it is. You need to buy more. You need to grow, have a bigger house, a better car, keeping up with the Joneses, whatever it is, you know, in order for you to keep up. And it's like, it's not sustainable. It gets to the point where you see it. Most people are miserable. They're not happy. They just can't, and they can't stop, and they have no idea how to stop. And by the time that they realize it, they know that they're so deep that they can't turn it around. They don't, it's too big of a mountain for them to even, you know, they have too much to let go, whether it's money, power, influence. I can go on, and they would rather just be miserable and just keep doing what they do, as opposed to the individuals out there that choose to not have any of these things give them happiness, and understand fully that happiness comes from within, and that you need to, again, create that happiness and build that happiness and build a strong foundation and build all that shit, because no matter what happens, you're going to be happy. No matter what, you're not going to need a crutch. You're not going to need a thing. You're not going to need anything like that in order to maintain and keep that happiness. You know, that happiness is actually, you know, the way that you live, and you live your life on a daily basis and all that good stuff. So that's, you know, that's basically how it works with all that. You know what I mean? It's all up to you. So, all right, now I think I got to get going. So, all right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. I hope you guys enjoyed, you know, today's live stream and the discussion that we had today talking about these things. I know I did. It's you know, it's again one of the many topics that we're going to be discussing on this channel. You know what I mean? Like just whether we're talking about, you know, like I said, the metaverse or robots or your feelings, you know, or, you know, how to get things done. I feel like something like this, is a video like this, is actually a lot more, you know, it's better than just any, you know, motivational Monday type thing that I could do. So, but anyways, guys, I digress. Oh, I see Silent Lamb out there. Shout out to you, bro. Long time no see. Yeah, like I said, you know, doing crypto videos, doing all kinds of shit. You know, going back to the things that made me happy and the reason I did this to begin with. So, you already know what's up, guys. If you enjoyed this kind of content, please like, please subscribe, please share, please hit that bell icon. But more importantly than anything else, please stay awesome. Go to the website, okay? So you guys can stay on top of everything. You know, hit the notification. You know, if you like cooking, you like me in the kitchen, hang out and watch that. And the podcast and all that good stuff. So, all right, guys. Hold on. Sorry. All right, I know, right? Worst ending ever. I just had to say bye to the missus. All right, guys, but I also got to get going. Guys, thanks again. See you guys on the next one. Peace out. Love you. Till the next one. Till we see each other again. Probably next Wednesday.